In today's episode, I have with me an author, financial advisor, and a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, Paul Halme. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thanks, Jason. Glad to be here.
And so I had, at the end there, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion. That's a pretty intimidating fact because world champion means you've beat a lot of people at Jiu-Jitsu. Like, tell me a little bit about how you got into Jiu-Jitsu and maybe how you are able to use some of those methodologies in the business world.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu has gotten me so far in the business world just because you learn how to deal with pressure and everything like that. So yeah, my whole career, and there's one thing when I wrote my first book was how to make money with your martial arts gym, even though you've won nothing, because all my friends were famous and opened up gyms. And I was just Paul, the random guy that had done nothing but was good at business. And so I never got a lot of respect from the guys that I really wanted respect from. So I was like, man, I got to keep competing, keep getting better. And then it became just this thing that drove me. And then finally I won a Masters World Championship, and definitely one of the highlights of my competition career. It was crazy. It was super cool. Super cool, super rewarding.
So you mentioned all these people that were, pushing you down or not giving you credit or whatnot. And how did it feel when you did win the world champion, and how did they treat you after that?
Man, it was funny. They didn't treat me much different. They just didn't clown on me as much because in the fighting world, it's a pretty, guys go back and forth, give each other a hard time, but it's all in meaning well, but it's still in your head. You're like, man, I want to be as good as these guys because these guys are, superstars.
So it sounds like you won their respect, basically.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
You won
The
their
good thing
respect.
about and the good thing about jiu-jitsu is you earn their respect every day training, but then it's like when you win something, they're like, oh, okay, cool, you're a world champion now. And then they forget about it and move on.
So how does that translate? Because I'm guessing it requires a lot of dedication and like practice and a lot of mental agility as well as physical agility. How does that translate into the real world for business? I mean, it must have helped you in some way.
Oh,
I would imagine.
yeah, I almost say it's an unfair advantage because you learn to deal with stress. If you're having a bad day, anxiety's all built up, you go train jiu-jitsu for an hour, it's all gone. But then also at the same time, you learn how to deal with working under pressure and solving problems. So it's like when you go into the business world and something's wrong, I'm like, oh, okay, I can fix this. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, this sucks. This is a lot of pressure, but cool, let's find a solution. And jiu-jitsu teaches you that. It's like we joke around, it's like playing chess, but the chess pieces are trying to choke you.